The world in which you can earn a living wage playing video games or maybe even strike it rich is finally here. Let me show you how. All right, so first let me start out by telling you a little story about when I was in 7th grade, which feels like forever by now because that was forever ago. And as a 7th grader, I went to a Barnes& and Noble and bought my very first pack of Pokemon cards. And when I opened that pack, to my delight, was a holographic Charizard, one of the very first ever printed, and I knew this was like the best card you could possibly get. My friends at school were never gonna believe me. So I left the cards in the pack, kept it super safe, took it to school, showed my friends this holographic Charizard I got. They didn't believe it was the first pack I ever opened. In fact, you're probably not gonna believe it's the first pack I ever opened, but I swear to you, it's true. The very first pack I ever opened had that holographic Charizard, and it got me addicted to collecting cards of Pokemon. I didn't even really know how to play, so I just started opening packs and getting more cards. And not that much longer, maybe like a year or two later, I went to the mall, went to a card collector store, and sold those cards, selling the holographic Charizard for about $80. And my dad's jaw dropped. He could not believe that I had bought a pack of cards and sold a piece of paper for $80. I don't know if any of you follow the Pokemon market, but that holographic Charizard today is probably worth tens of thousands of dollars. If I would have just held on to it instead of selling it as a young teenager, I would have had so much money. So, do you know anybody who has had really valuable cards or perhaps even other games like Warhammer or something like that where they've been able to sell pieces of the game for money, or even trade them for something valuable, or trade them for things in another game or something like that? Maybe that's been you, maybe that's been a friend, or you've heard these stories on the news where people have done things like that. Well, one thing that's kind of been a bummer about the recent pandemic where basically everything has gone virtual is, although video gaming has exploded, you don't get to keep your stuff. Like the things you buy in game, like if you have a mobile game, like there's a number of mobile games I play where maybe you're buying things, it's not really yours to keep. If you can't sell it, if you can't trade it, it is not yours. Until now. The NFT revolution is upon us. NFT stands for Non-Fungible Token. And what that means is that you have pieces of code in the digital world of gaming that are unique and cannot be replicated. And when you own it, yes, you, the player, when you own it, it is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. You can sell it, you can trade it, you can put it on a hard drive and store it away in a safe. You can do with it like you did back in the day with like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, that kind of stuff. And what that means for the future is digital gaming is now going to be absolutely revolutionized, and you can make a ton of money off of it. In fact, there are people in the Philippines, there's stories of people playing non-fungible token games, NFT games, and making a living wage. And they're actually just not even working regular jobs anymore because they don't pay enough. So they are playing games where they earn these NFTs. These are things like artifacts or heroes or things like that. And then they go sell them and make a profit off of it. Now, I want to show you one of the top NFT games that has absolutely exploded within the last year. But first, make sure you're subscribed because I am going to dive a little deeper into what NFTs are, how they work, what blockchain is, how crypto is involved in this. And then second, I'm going to show you even more games than this. So I'm going to make a list of top NFT games. So if you want to start earning real money just playing games, you're going to want to see those future videos. But first, this is Axie Infinity. This is probably it. It's not probably, it is the top game right now for NFTs. So you can see there are these Axies, or basically like what they would be called in other games are like heroes or characters or, you know, things like that. And so in this game, they're called Axies, and you have to get 3 Axies to start playing. They have their own characteristics and features, And there's sort of genetics built into them because you can get new Axies through breeding, but they pass along some of their characteristics. So that's super cool because when you get your Axies, whether it's through trading or buying or however you get your Axies, you can hold on to them, you can develop them, you can make them super unique and powerful and special, and then you can go trade them for other Axies, or you can just sell them and make money off of it, which is really, really cool. So how does that even work? Well, this is where crypto plays into it because you need Ethereum, which is a lot like Bitcoin. In case you haven't really dived into the world of crypto yet, you're going to need crypto for this. So if you don't have crypto yet, I've put a link in the description of this video where you can download Coinbase, which is probably the best app for obtaining crypto right now. And if you do that, you don't need to throw your whole life savings into it. In fact, I would suggest you don't do that. But you can get $10 worth of Bitcoin for free by using the link I provided in the description of this video just for trading $100 worth of crypto. And that's a great way to start because I'm sure a lot of you have spent more than $100 on video games in the past year. And so really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not all that much. So once you trade $100 worth of crypto, the great thing is that usually that crypto is going to increase over time. It's going to increase in value. So you can see on here, you need Ethereum in order to buy these Axies. You can see 90,000 Ethereum has already been traded for the Axies. The most expensive Axie ever sold is 300 ETH, which right now at the time of making this video, Ethereum is like $4,600 or something like that. So just do the math, 4,600 times 300. Not that you're going to be spending that much money because you can get Axies much, much cheaper than that. And you can see there's already 250,000 daily active players. There's a ton of people on this. And it's the people who get into early to games like this that tend to make the most money. So you can review this website yourself. There's battles that happen just like in games, as you can imagine, like this. And of course, the more you battle, the more you earn. There's breeding. And not only that, but something really cool about Axie Infinity is that you can actually buy land that has resources on it to make your Axies even better. So you can get rare resources off of the land that you buy. So there's like real estate in this game. And like the real estate can potentially appreciate over time too. Now you can see on their website here, there's different things you can click on to learn more about like how battles work, what's going on with the land. You can see they're still building this website. Like I said, the people who get in early are going to be the ones who make the most money. But let's check out the marketplace. This is like what I mean by using Ethereum to buy and sell Axies. You can see over here that there are pictures of what the different Axies look like, how people have built them, and how much they cost. Now, let me show you just how much money you can potentially earn. Now, without getting into all the technicals quite yet, like I said, you should be subscribed so I can describe how crypto is involved in this. But Axie Infinity has its own token. Yes, you need Ethereum to be able to trade these, but Axie Infinity has a token called Axie Infinity, or it goes by the symbol AXS if you want to look at it on a chart. And we're just going to look over the last year. This is how much this game has exploded and how much money you can earn. I own some Axie Infinity, some AXS, and I'm just going to show you on a chart here on TradingView on Binance, where Axie Infinity can be traded as a token, how much money you could possibly make. Look at this chart. This is the value of the Axie Infinity token over time. Today, it's worth $141. But just about 1 year ago, and I'm going to zoom in really far, it's like hard to see here. But right back at the beginning of time for the Axie token, you could have gotten Axie tokens for just about like 9 cents there. So remember that, 9 cents. Now let's look at it over the past year here. Oh my gosh, look at that explosive growth. Now let's see how it went from like 9 cents. We'll say 15. Let's say you didn't get it at the very, very bottom. You got it at like 15 cents. To now, oh my gosh. Look at that percentage increase. 28,000%. 28,000% increase in the value of this token here. So let's just take a look at how much money that would be. Well, if you had invested $100, this is just simple math. If you had invested $100 just a year ago, where I put this dot right here, that would have been the 4th of November, 2020. That $100 would be $28,000 today, right? And if you put $1,000 into the game back then, 1,000 times 28,000. Oh my gosh. You would have $28 million. $28 million in 1 year. If you had started playing Axie Infinity right at the beginning and had invested in the token. That is how much money you can potentially earn in NFT gaming. And we are just getting started. This is brand new within the last year. As of the making of this video, NFT games are just getting started. I am going to share some of the best ones out there for you and what's coming around the corner. So like I said, make sure you're subscribed so you can see that. And if you enjoy videos like this and you want to know more about this, make sure to like so you can spread it with everyone, and sign up for Coinbase by clicking the link in the description of this video so you can get $10 of Bitcoin for free. You can immediately trade that Bitcoin if you want and get Ethereum, which you can use to trade in Axie Infinity. All right, guys, it's been good. I'll catch you in the next one.